One of the most requested topics we get here on the show almost on a daily basis is position sizing and proper risk management, guys. Everyone wants to know, how do you size yourself accordingly to manage risk, but also be able to capture upside moves? In this video, we're going to go over exactly that. Here it comes. We're going to talk how to size yourself accordingly based off how much you want to risk and based off what it is exactly you're trading. Let's jump right into things here, guys, because lots to cover.
Sure, let's go. Let's jump right into this. And I'm going to use a very, very similar example that we just had here on AMD. And I think that when you're talking about position sizing, the most important thing, Arun, of course, is you never want to be kicked out of your account for the day. You never want to be, okay, you're on PDT, you've made all of your trades for the week, and now you have to hold on to something. Or, I only have $1,000 in my account, and I'm down $990. What do I do, right? And so I think that what you always have to remember is position sizing is so important, because I look at it like I don't want one trade, and this is just the way I work. I never want that one trade to be responsible for more than 25% of my daily shutdown limit. So this is on the negative side, not on the positive side. So if I'm taking, and we can go to AMD right here, if I'm going to get shut down, if I lose $1,000 today, so my daily maximum amount of risk is $1,000. So I've stamped that. That's how much on average I make. So that's on average how much I'm going to lose. All right. So when I take this trade right here short on AMD, and I say to myself, I'm willing to let this thing go up to 134.20, and I'm short 134. That's 20 cents. So for me there, and there's a nice little fill there, for me, the risk on that trade would be 20 cents. So if my shutdown is going to be $1,000, then I'm most willing to take 1,000 shares, because about 1,200 shares, depending obviously on the math. As that number increases, if I get stopped out, okay, boom, I'm short 134, I'm out 134, 22 or 23 with slippage. That's that 20 to 25% of my daily net in one trade. So I'm happy with that. That's how I like the position size. And it's again, it's looking more at the negative side of things. Not the, because here comes AMD just crashing to the downside. Once I'm in the money, look, I can say, oh, you know what, this is a good level for me. I'm just going to bid it and take some out here in the 30s, okay? So when it comes down, I get out. When you're in the money, it's absolutely no problem. I like to do risk to reward at these kind of trades, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, something like that, because here you go. We just take out another profit. So that's short 134, out 133.30. That's 70 cents when our risk is 20 cents. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. If you have a trade that you really like, that's based on this, and this to me is a wick off top. It's something that I really like. Rally, stop, wick, turn to the downside. So for me, that's well worth the risk reward. And there it is right there. So I like to use around 20 to 25% of my daily shutdown per trade that I think has a great setup.
I think for what we need to also address is that everyone at home who's trading with their own accounts, for us here, we have daily shutdowns implemented by the system. But at home, you have free access to all your capital until you lose it all, right? So you have to kind of put that in yourself. So if you have $30,000 in your account, I'm just pulling this number because of the chat there. If you have $30,000 in your account, how many times can you lose a certain amount before it really gets to you, right? Can you lose $3,000 for 5 days in a row and be okay with it? Whatever that number is, you've got to figure it out. Once you figure out what that number is, you know what, I can only handle $2,000 for 5 days in a row before I think I need to take a break. So $2,000 is going to be your shutdown. First figure that out. Once you have what your number or your shutdown level is, then figure out what is required for this trade. I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of new traders make is that they just want to take the trade for the sake of taking the trade, but not willing to put the stop where it needs to be. Like they want to get in now, but the stop, well, I don't want to lose more than this, but the stops, let's just say in this case, let's just say a futures case, right? Because I'm trading the futures. In the stop for the futures, if I need to take a trade, I'll make sure that I'm pricing my entry in such a way where I can get the trade. For me today, my stop was 85, 46.85. If I was going to take a short, that was a level that I had marked off. So depending on how the market sets up, wherever it sets up, in this case, it's set up around 45 to 50, I will adjust how many contracts I'm going to take based on where my stop should be. Not where I want it to be, but where it should be. So I know the stop should be about 35 points or so away from where the market is trading. That means I got to account for 35 points in risk per contract, do the math in my head. You know what? I can handle this many contracts based on my shutdown for today. If my shutdown is $2,000, you got to do the math yourself. But that's how you kind of come through the math of it. You got to go through the math. It's all about based on probabilities, what you can handle as a trader, how many times you can handle that hit, and then you come up with an actual number that you can work with it. So for me, I'm okay with taking, I know probability-wise, I am not wrong more than 3 times in a row on the futures. So for me, I allocate three trades, and regardless of how I've got to size it, I will do what I need to do on the future side of things. But I know that I've got 3 trades in the chamber for the futures before I decide to move on and be like, you know what, I was wrong today on the futures. Let's go trade something else.
Yeah, very important point, very key point. If you take anything from this video, guys, just the understanding of when it comes to planning a trade, reverse the process. Start with where am I wrong and how far away is that currently from where price is? And that's how much your risk is in the trade. And then size your positions according to that risk and whether or not you can even take the trade. That's a little bit, guys. So much great content on this very topic, though. Maybe we'll have to do more of these.